よし。よし。
Oh, I did that thing again. 1 second. Let me see if I can. Oh, there we go. Never mind. It's back to. I had to refresh the cache on the drying out, and I normally don't let it do that. Goku, grasshopper biggest bear. What's up, Solaric? Oh, sorry. Sleep was kind of meh last night, so it kind of hit me like a truck right now. So we're probably just gonna go for like 2 hours. I need to go to bed early tonight. Tomorrow I need to wake up to pack. So tomorrow is the day that there is no no stream more than likely all day. For sure no day stream, but potentially no night stream, depending on how beat up and tired I am. Oh. Whoosh. What have you been up to? Like, do anything fun? Yeah, we're just gonna be going through the story. Yeah, at a not a super fast pace. I think I'm just gonna have the story auto go so I can save my keyboard and mouse for some uses. Children. Look at the children. Did Anakin run? I bet you there's a football advantage. There was drama afterwards because the JP member was already married with another JP member. That's fun. The ever vicious loop of interconnected marriages into getting married on the side again, into divorces. Oh, good old Hololive.
オンパロスは完全な未知だから当然かもしれないが、ヤリーロ6でさえ列車が到着する前にはその歴史や地形をある程度把握できていた。だがオンパロスについてはブラックスワンから聞いたわずかな情報が俺たちの知るすべてだ。最悪の事態に備えた方がいいかもしれない。言葉の問題はさておき、先ほどの襲撃、あの一撃はかなりの威力だった。このような隔絶した世界がまさかあれほどの武器の技術を持っているとはな。一概には言えないな。とにかく楽観的な。
Nothing is a match for my baseball bat. Baseball bat of doom. Yeah, that's pretty funny. It's kind of like interesting though, because I've seen a lot of like more minor VTuber groups like pop up over the years and stuff, and like most of them don't really last too long due to various reasons. So it's kind of interesting to see like bigger ones do so well. To be fair, Hololive did recently have some shakeups with what's going on the back end because of, seems like, change of management up top and caused some issues here. I know some of the Holostar boys haven't been too happy. Stuff like that, but even then it kind of like pales in comparison to like whatever's going on in Niji Sanji like half the time. And then, I don't know, it's just really interesting to see the dynamic of it all. There was a while that I entertained maybe trying for one of like the smaller ones. But the issue is that like in a lot of cases, even in the smaller ones, it's like the model and branding isn't your own, right? So for whatever reason you want to split ways, you lose access to the model and the branding, which, you know, has less repercussions for some of the if you're successful with some of the bigger groups, right? Because generally a lot of the people that get picked up for the bigger ones in more recent time have like some sort of pre-existing history, right? Like an older account that did pretty well and stuff like that. But like for instance, if that company would go under, most of the times you lose the access to that just because of the way the contracts are written up. I saw one small VTuber company that oh, they pulled the angel maneuver. But I saw one where where the company itself like as they were going under and like basically terminating, you know, filing bankruptcy and all that stuff, they went and they changed their contracts so all the talents could keep their models and names and stuff like that and accounts, which I thought was pretty cool. You've gotta be kidding me. That's stuns. What is it with Mihoyo and adding like ranged stun nonsense? Kind of interesting to watch the environment of it all. Smaller ones soon. Given the offer to keep character. I really feel that there's a few good ones. Generally, at least for the most part, from what I've seen, that's like in the West. Those like if the company is kind of more Western based, they tend to have those sorts of things. Especially if you broke the spear with my bat. Wait, does that mean he's destruction affiliated? He has to be, because the bat is destruction affiliated. But yeah, because like usually what I'd see is a lot of any of the more Eastern based companies, like it was just even if they go under, you lose the right to the models and the names. But a lot of the Western companies I saw, it was like not only could you, if they go under, could you keep it, you could also like technically pay them like over time to obtain ownership. Because that's always the trade-off when you're signing up for an organization, right? Is they're providing you the resources and you're providing them the talent. And ironically enough, a lot of times the image branding is like worth more to the company than the talent per se, because it's more marketable. It's always kind of dangerous to like bank it all on the talent. It's why like a lot of Western companies in general don't really associate or try not to associate their brand with a specific individual anymore. Because if anything pops up negatively for that individual, it negatively affects the image of the company itself, because people will go, well, you can't even, you know, properly judge the people you work for years with, which I mean, to be fair, is completely unreasonable. But it just tanks their stock. Like when Subway had the issue with their dude, right? Like Subway like got hit so hard for so long. And it's why now they kind of like, you know, they have, you could say guests, right? Like they'll have like multiple different people. They've kind of now ventured back a little bit into it, because I think, what is it, Steph Curry's a pretty big repetitive one. But it's why like a lot of brands nowadays kind of diversify their spokespeople rather than just going all in on one person, or just not going in on a person at all. It's one of the main reasons why, especially in this day and age, you should never have like, if you're gonna have a Twitter and you're gonna say some stupid unhinged stuff, you should never have it on like a main Twitter attached to your name. Like it should always be like under an alias, because you never know what kind of ramifications it could have, right? Because in this day and age, the way an employee is seen by the public of a company, regardless of whether or not it's something related with the company, reflects on the company itself. So it's why a lot of companies nowadays have, like, they'll do research to look into like what sort of social medias and like what's going on, depending on like the level of it. I think happened with that Jake from State Farm guy. They decided, I think that one was just they decided to stop doing them for a while. I think it was just like more like a one-off thing, because they did if I'm mistaken, there is an actual commercial where they bring the original guy back in conjunction with the new guy who does it. And because the success of that is what led to the current like State Farm commercials. Because State Farm's always the big thing was always their slogan, right? Because that was their whole thing. It's like do the jingle, right? Like do the jingle. And then I guess someone went back to the drawing board and they're like, wait, we need to do something. And then they're like, wait, this was really successful. So then they tied that into it. But as far as I know, nothing ever happened with them. I think it was just kind of like they just did it and they just did a thing. And it kind of just was popular because it was a really well done meme commercial, honestly. Khakis. Sounds hideous. It's so good. He took my bat and I was gonna whoop his ass. But yeah, it's kind of interesting when you the dichotomy of like how things changed over years. But yeah, it's why especially if you work in anything like that requires sort of people relations, whether that's like a teacher or business person or something like that, and you're working for like a company, if you're gonna post like well, first of all, you should just never post any pictures that aren't just like sparkling perfect white picket fence house style pictures, right? Because you'll get fired for anything kind of crazy. Points at all the teachers over the years that have gotten fired because they posted pictures of going to a friend's wedding and then like getting kind of turned at the you know the after party. I forgot the name. Been a hot minute since I went to a wedding. Reception. There we go. But you just really should. It's one of the main reasons why I don't really, well, like I never really liked using Facebook all too much anyway, and I don't like pictures being taken of myself. In a way, those things combined kind of helped me out, because like, and even then I still posted some dumb things on Facebook that no longer exist. But yeah, it's both interesting and kind of annoying in some cases that your personal life, even more so than it used to be, is under scrutiny when it comes to like getting a job and stuff. But I mean, at the same point, it's also why you should like think twice before you put stuff on the internet. Which in general is you should always think twice before saying things. Shrugs. It's why like I need to find a way for, if I have to put on my resume, right, like something about streaming but without linking to my streaming, because I don't want the job to know. So I'd have to figure out how to like summarize that in a way. But yeah, it's just nice. I don't know. Cause like I thought about it, cause especially for the organization thing for like VTubing, is because a lot of them had like some pretty good offers, really. Because obviously like some of them, the contract varied depending on like what it was, and there was technically like, I guess you could say quote unquote rental fees attached to it. Kind of similar to how like, you know, when you get like an ISP, they offer you like equipment if you don't have any. Which for the most part nowadays, it's most of the equipment's like so cheap that like the charge for it, that it's like may as well. Because unless you're someone who's gonna actively change ISPs often, there's really, or you're just gonna stay up to date with like your routers and stuff, there's really no point. But there was a lot of them where it was like the model was included as part of the contract. And then you can get extra equipment on top of that, depending on like what you had, right? Like if you didn't have an iPhone, they would provide you an iPhone. If you didn't have a computer up to a certain spec, they would offer to support you with a computer of that baseline spec. But obviously it would come with deductions or payments that you'd have to pay off over time.
先ほどの話について教えてくれ。エスカトンとは何だ？それにオンパロスに安全な場所がないというのはどういう意味だ？まさか知らないのですか？これは誰もが知る予言で。ウィルトゥス、今の最優先事項はノーデスさんを説得することだ。深淵は至る所に危険が潜んでいる。彼らは自分の身を守る術がないし、いつ危ない目にあってもおかしくない。君たちの実力を見込んで頼みがある。ノーデスさんを連れ戻してくれないか。
Yeah, but like public image definitely affects a lot. Like for instance, in the streaming space or in just content creations in general, it affects your sponsors. Like what sponsors you'll get is usually dictated by what sort of portrayal you put forward of yourself. Which is why a lot of companies tend to, you know, they try to screen who they bring on in most cases, because a lot of times they'll try to curate towards a, usually not like, it's not like a hard and fast thing if they're smart. Like you can't really stick to a, this is a box that we want, because you got, when it comes to like, if you're gonna base your revenue off of content creation, you have to be flexible. But it's just like, you know, if you kind of want to market yourselves towards a broader spectrum, you kind of have to wrangle what kind of content gets perceived to some degree. Because like for instance, a lot of companies will opt out just from a casual mention of drinking alcohol. Because like, what is it in YouTube, for instance, at least for in the US, like the restrictions, well, actually probably like in the Western Hemisphere in general, it's like if there's any mention of alcohol in your video, you're like, it's like remove, or at least of consuming of alcohol and stuff like that. It's like the amount of stuff you can like monetize, like, you know, advertisements you can get just goes out the window, because like it's not marketable towards children. And then in that case, a lot of companies, even if their demographic is predominantly adults, they generally won't do it. But then meanwhile, you have in the West, or not in the West, in the East, stuff like Hololive literally having collaborations with sake companies and stuff like that, because it's kind of just a difference in cultural stuff. We get confirmation that the little redhead goddess of everything or not? Oh, I have no idea. I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't know anything about Star Rail lore. You are asking the wrong person. I know way more about Grand Blue shit than I know about Star Rail. I pay zero attention to Star Rail. Grand Blue, I'll at least read the synopsis. And like usually I'll like pay attention to the anniversary event. The only thing I know is that apparently there's 4 different, I think, Aeons attached to this area, which are the Titans, and some shit went down. I saw the trailer for it, the reveal trailer. But I have no idea. Just make an assumption considering that Hoyo has done with the I mean, like, I know, what is it? Yeah, there's the theory with Paimon, right? Where Paimon's the god you run into at the beginning for Genshin. That, who the fuck knows? I don't know when they'll ever reveal what Paimon's real identity is. Probably when they're, like, after the next zone, because the next zone's, like, the last one for the Archons. But, no, in this, I mean, in this case, the quote-unquote, like, gods, I guess, are called, like, Aeons. And I don't think they have any I don't think they've shown any of them have like an actual model like in game. They do have what's called like emanators, which is kind of like this game's version of archons from Genshin. We know one of them, or at least I know one of them, which is Acheron, is the, I guess you could say, the archon of nihility. Paimon is emergency food. To be fair, emergency food and emergency gold. I'd sell Paimon in a heartbeat. But yeah, I don't know. I honestly, like, I couldn't tell you. Alright, I'll admit that I loosely understand what's going on. Cause like, I watch like the teaser trailers because they're kind of cool. But realistically, for Star Rail, I'm just more focused on the characters rather than the story. Kind of collab with the Dodgers baseball team. True. Also kind of wild that Hololive has technically, in some direct or indirect way, been associated with, you know, the Dodgers who won the World Championships, and then the Eagles who won the Super Bowl. I saw that post on the Hololive Reddit the other day. But yeah, to be fair, I'm not like, I'm kind of surprised that NA, like, well, like, you know, a Western team did it, but I'm not surprised that it was a baseball team, and the fact that, like, in Japan, for instance, like, baseball is such a huge sport over there compared to American football. But to be honest, like, sports, like, the general managers and the higher ups that own sports teams, they're not out of the loop. What is it? Mark Rubio, I think is that what his name is? Guy who owns the Dallas Mavericks. Mark Cuban, not Rubio. Mark Rubio. Oh, that dude. Right. The guy who owns the Dallas Maverick is actually like, he's been keeping tabs on like esports and stuff like that, and like streaming and stuff like that. Like, those guys are really in tune. They know it's like free money, free publicity, free money. So yeah, kind of interesting to see where it goes from there. Honestly, like, oh god, that noise. I just want more collabs with like games I play. Bruh. Can I please get a Hololive collab and Grand Blue side game? They literally have an entire, well, actually they have like multiple generations they could pull from if we're honest. But like, since it's like Grand Blue, I'd imagine it'd be with the JP girls, and I don't know any of the newer ones, but if I could just get like Noelle and Flair and Grand Blue, I'd be happy as hell. I would be content. To be fair, like, I'd prefer like Okayu, because Okayu is probably like my actual favorite. Okayu and Robomi are like my two like top favorite JPs. They're the ones I watched the most. They didn't understand lick what was going on, but I was there, damn it. But like, I have a feeling that if Grand Blue does like a collab with Hololive, it'd probably be something more towards like the Noelle Flair gen, because they're fantasy themed. No, they could also go like cross gens, right? Because you have like Lami and Takane. Like, you have a couple different like characters you could like pick and choose along the way too. Like, there's a couple different gens that could go. I just would want Noel because Big Mace goes bonk.
お礼にどんな質問にも答えよう。オンパロスの求心だ。人類がかつて信仰していた神だが、今は敵対している。どの回答も簡潔すぎる。申し訳ない。僕は説明するのが苦手でね。
でも長くて退屈な説明も嫌だよね。そうだ、ウィルトスたちはヤヌゾポリスの司祭だよね。きっとライアーを上手に弾けるよ。二人のために一曲演奏してもらおう。これは古くからオンパロスに伝わる詩。神々は翼土を見守り、大地に草木が茂る。12の星座は目のごとし、巨人たちが杯を交わす。御柱は天地を開き、御柱は運命を紡ぐ。またある御柱は命を作り、他の御柱は災厄をもたらす。彼らは言う。世はあまりに静寂なり、我らが願うは生きとし生ける者の微笑みのみ。そうして人々が生まれた。言葉と歌が紡がれ、愛と友人が誕生した。これで創世は終わった。世の人々の足取りは軽く、魂の荷は重く。では、魂の重みは誰が背負うべきか。偉大なるケファレ、全知の父。その体は屈強であるにもかかわらず、目を閉じ、神戸を垂れることを甘んじて受け入れる。黎明の光が肩にのしかかり、黄金の血が大地に落ち、やがて集まって川となり、英雄たちの心中に流れる。
It's the dinos! I remember seeing the dinos when Yuno was streaming. Look at them, they look so cool! I want one. Oh, they look so sick. I want a dino to ride in a battle. That reminds me of in WoW where they added the big ass Brontosaurus mount that was like supposed to be a gold sink. I hated that they made that one. That's so stupid. That's so annoying. I hate how they went about that. I don't know if they're still doing that, but it pissed me off. It was like the only way to get them out. I don't know if there's like another way to get one of those now. But after Warlords of Draenor, they went, oopsies, the garrison system gave way too much gold. Like the inflation was through the fucking roof. So then they decided to add like gold sinks to the game. And one of the big ones they did was a really big Brontosaurus mount that came with like useful NPCs on it. I think one of them was an auction house NPC, which was incredibly rare. But it cost like a shit ton of gold. I think it was like 1 million plus gold or something like that. Because it was just designed to get gold out of the economy for the players that had oh god, who's your precious boy? Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Yes, you are. I love dinos. But especially like the designs like that. That design's like really nice. And it's purple, you know? Best color. But it pissed me off because it was the only way to get them. I didn't even care for the NPCs, I just wanted the mount. Cause like there was I think I had one of every dinosaur mount that you could get in WoW.
言い忘れたけど、白い石星には触らないでくれ。大地のタイタンが大地獣に祝福を授けたとき、彼らの荒々しい
I was going out of my way to like collect like the dire horns and stuff like that, cause I was like, dinos. I think there's a raptor mount or two I still don't have because they were dungeon drops and I just wasn't very lucky. But you couldn't get a Brontosaurus anyway, but spending the money, and I was just like, alright, you suck.
楽器に触るのは久しぶりでな。拙い演奏を聞かせてしまって申し訳ない。
そんなことないよ。とっても上手だった。
輪になって座り、古い歌を歌うのは久しぶりだ。おかげで平和と栄光に満ちた時代を思い出した。今にして思えば、私は固執しすぎていたのだろう。君たちなら本当に終末からオンパロスを救えるかもしれない。今日4人の英雄が私の命と信仰を救ってくれたように。
苦しみはいいものじゃない。
Yeah, so like for instance, like we were talking earlier, right, for like Archons, apparently this guy's supposed to be like the destruction Archon. Or at least they're equivalents to it in this game. Which would explain why he could hold the bat. I don't know, I don't think just anybody can hold the bat, because the bat's like the destruction path weapon. Like it's intrinsically attached to the path of destruction. I don't think, unless you're part of that path, that you can grab it just like he did. They're called like emanators in this game. I don't know. All I know is there's a character in the next patch that I'm going for, and then after that I'm probably just gonna save up and either go for the next like muscle waifu they drop or go for Acheron on a rerun. Because I have like characters that are good for Acheron, I just don't have Acheron. Or if they release like I guess like a power crept version of Acheron in the future, I'll grab that. We're riding the dino! To battle! To war! See? He did the charge thing. Oh, you can fly. They can fly. Yeah, this doesn't have any sort of like anti-ordnance skills.
深淵で遭遇した時、どうやらこの襲撃も紛争のタイタンの仕業のようだ。
最終目標出現。
I don't need this punks running my team.
10人。
Oh, I hit the wrong button. You like never hit that button for.
お仕置きされたいのか？
すべて価値を押しよう。腐敗。大将は定まった。
Yeah, honestly, they need to do more of the whatchamacalls it. The pets The little sleepy pig that we have that came from an event. They need to do more of those. They have plenty of like monster designs for it. Ding Ting should have been one to begin with, but give me one of the little dinos, dude. Give me a little baby of the dinos just running around behind us. Dog. I'd be chilling. That's actually something I wish. Like I wish mon-thurs were always visible regardless of what skin you were using. Or at least like had the option for it. Because like I don't like the mon-thurs like design, like just the class design like for the MC, but the mon-thurs themselves I always thought were like the coolest things to just have there next to your character. Especially for ones like Europa and like Wellness and stuff like that. Just I always thought they were really cool. Like the Fossa one, like those are cool little minis that you have to fucking look like somebody running around your pajamas trying to kill somebody to have them. At least like they could have at least made the Mana-Diver look something like Omnioji. Omnioji is like pretty sick. Honestly, the design for it, definitely one of my favorites. I'd say for the most part, most of the designs are pretty cool for the row 5s. Mana-Divers leaves, well, you can kind of tell a lot of the art went into the mon-thurs, I feel. For design, because their design's like kind of plain compared to the other ones. Behold my power of time! My DVR is unstoppable. Dog, as long as we can ride the chunky boys, I'm right into every battle you need, dog. Let me know. The only downside to the character I want to get is that he's one of the punchy boys. He doesn't have a weapon. One of the reasons I love Fei Xiao is like not just because she's big stonk muscle waifu, but also because she has an axe. She has axe and she dual wields gunblades. Like, dog, come on now. And she's got a pimpin' outfit. Like, she's so good. She's like everything I would want in a character. Well, except for the fact that they forgot to give her like actual muscles because she should be built. But you know, it's an Yo game. They're allergic to putting muscles on women. They're also allergic to making them thicker than a broomstick half the time. There's a battle! Let me at him! I don't think there's any of like the future characters aside from mydei that I care about. Oh, I have even more time for it because apparently they're thinking mydei's gonna be in phase 2. Bro.
そして市民たちの信頼に報いることが英雄と呼ばれる黄金衛の責務。紛争のタイタンの手下どもよ。奥平魔の市民を傷つけさせはしない。師匠どうぞ。迷いはない。用意。お仕置きされたいのか。
記録化して。
R.
お腹が空いてるの？恐れずひるまず。はっはっ。よい。
ひどいありさまだな。それにしても正門の前にこれだけ敵がいるのはおかしい。門番は何をしているんだ。
ファイちゃん、ただいま戻りました。
Huh? This is supposed to be like past, present, future.
私たちは一人なんです。
Path, path must protect.
違う、自己紹介してる場合じゃないでしょ。
オンパロスは驚きの連続だな。
I'm just gonna assume that since they're like associated with the time titan, that it's supposed to be like past, present, future.
やはりな。あいつはさっき
Get the urge to kill, let's go!
何も考えられなくなるんだ。
Yeah, my day unfortunately doesn't have like a weapon, sadly. I was hoping the definitely not Gilgamesh guy would, I don't know, do some Gilgamesh shenanigans. But yeah. Oh, actually that reminds me, we have another reason to save up, like Stellar Jades, and that's because of the Fate collab. Speaking of collabs, this game's having a collab with Fate, with the Fate series. So, curious to see what'll come there. Granted, I don't know a whole lot about the Fate series. I think I watched like the second. I don't remember. There's like 20 billion of them in different orders that came out at different times and take place at different instances. But I've watched some clips of like some of the more newer ones. I don't remember which one the actual collab is with though. Because we know the, let's see. Fate collab. Who is it? Fate UBW. What the fuck is UBW? Unlimited Blade. Oh, isn't that the Bone of My Sword fucker? Hey, buddy. Murder all of you. Oh, I should have done the face shot thing. Oh, like, forget what face shot does. He's the Roomba of Death. Roomba.
もう一人前だもんね。
爪も牙も鈍ったの。迷いはない。
I forgot the buff. I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, I love fucking Fei Xiao. She's so good. There he is. Yo, he's literally just throwing dudes. He's just yeeting the corpses at people. Bro, how is he not fucking sick? Look at him. Whatever you say, definitely not Gilgamesh. Whatever you say. Oh, they're regular. Okay. You know, when I said earlier that I didn't want to get stunned when these guys were still around, I was like, watch them like stun on regular attack. Yeah. Limited Blade Works, name of the technique of main character from Stay Night, and also one of the animes that portray a root from said visual novel. I think it's what the anime then, because that's the actual picture is like Honkai Star Rail with like the cross Fate UBW. So I guess it's off of that visual novel. Does that one have a Gilgamesh? That looks cool. Or is that the... I think that's the Gilgamesh that I'm like, who the fuck is that? To be fair, there's only one Gilgamesh design that I like, which is the one that he's like in full armor with like the spiky hair. Probably my favorite version that they use of him. Yeah, looking at it, I don't think... well, looking at it, I think the version from UBW is the one that kind of just looks like mydei with the tattoos. So one in armor? Oh, is it? Because I was looking at the pictures of it and it shows like him in like dressed up like a normal person. Even a little fight scene. I guess he just has like two forms then. I don't know, all I'm saying is that if they add Gilgamesh to Fate with the Fate collab and he's like in the armored form, I'm balling out with free gacha monies. Walks around in the world in casual clothes, but in fight he has the armor. Well, hopefully they give him the armor, because, you know, if they make him playable. Who else? Who else? Are there any other characters? Who's a berserker for that one? Is it Heracles still? I think the only berserker I actually liked was the armored one, like the fully armored version. Like, is berserker in there? Like, his design's like not bad, I just like the other one better. Mostly because I am a hoe for the fully armored stuff. Hell no, no. Galactic and baseball. Bro, look at that. You cannot sit there and tell me that, like, mydei's like, design was not, like, Gilgamesh inspired. Like, you can't tell me that it wasn't. I can look at him, dude. The thing he's missing is the, fucking, the spiked up hair, dude. Spiked up hair and then to be throwing weapons instead of throwing fists and dead people. Probably Lancelot and Zero constantly screaming Arthur. Was he screaming? I don't remember if he screamed or not. I just remember that he looked sick. No, because the one I remember, you had like a fully armored one, and then you had the Lancer where he had the two spears. It was different. I don't know which one that was. Maybe it doesn't say.
余計な損失が生じるはずだが、援軍が来るなら話は別だ。
ファイノン様、それから来訪者のお二人、ようこそ奥平馬へ。
敵が反応していない。
君の足音が聞こえた瞬間、僕の英雄女子誌は始まる前に終わってしまうのかと思ったよ。
Oh no, yeah, it is Lancelot. Wait, so does he become? I thought there was a dude with the two spears that I thought was like. Am I like mixing? No, because I remember it was I remember the fight scene between The spear dude with Arthur.
生徒の脳幹視がそう言うなら、僕はこの
With Saber versus Lancer.
それは私が決められることではないのですが、私にできるのは障害を取り除き、味方
Was he
の
both?
降臨した場所へあなたをお連れすることだけ。
Wait, who's the Lance?
お二方もついてきてください。ただし5歩分の距離を保って。
Oh no, Ku.
敵意を感じない。
私は死
That
の
was his
影。
name.
死を前にすれば紛争にも迷いが生じるのです。
Why did I think he was Lancelot? Oh, sleepy, sleepy nighttime. I like the purple flowers though. Actually kind of nice. Yeah, that one was the only Fate I ever watched
気配だけでは
at all.
敵もいますね。
Some Celtic myth. I always thought that one was Lancelot. I just remember it was really cool to see the fight scene between him and Saber. But yeah, I don't know. Curious, are there any?
いいえ、私は誰の従者でもあり
You
ませ
even
ん。
know?
せいぜいごまかし逃げろ。お前死者の世界から来ている。誰の目にも明らか。奥兵は黄金へ皆臆病者。俺たちニカドリーの兵士、忠誠と栄光で作られている。お前たち欺瞞と弱さでできている。
お前が僕の歴史の先生じゃなくてよかったよ。狂気に飲まれて
Well, the leaks are right. Apparently
だが、それで
at least the only one they know so far is
栄光がお前をここに
Arthur,
乗せているという
Pendragon, and
武器を取れ。
what's his face?
戦士として終わらせてあげよう。
Shiru Emiya. Which means, for the Fate collab, I slip.
ほほん、他の人に任せようかな。お疲れ様。
迷いはない。弱い。
今こそ真の賢者。清流逆光、ミルクティー最高。フラ
すべて価値を称腐敗。大将は
Is he at 5 out of 6?
イ記録開始。遠くに行くた手段を選ばない。えい、ありがとう。
生命はさあ存分に味わえ。まだだ。
恐れずひるまず遅い。弱い。
おお、すごい。
You did. Alright, never mind. As long as they don't add any extra characters to that, then I don't care for the Fate collab then. Womp womp. But I guess that's like better for me. Less things to have to worry about pulling for.
その言葉、そのまま君に返させてくれ。こんな小物に君の力を使う必要はないよ。行こう。紛争に立ち向かう時が来た。
そちらをご覧ください。あなたたちは鳥になってあの最後の戦場に飛び立つのです。
キャストリスさんは一緒に来ないのかい？
私はここに残って町が破壊されないように見張らなければなりません。 多くの人にとっては信仰が最も大切ですが、財産の方をより気にかける市民もいますからね。
分かっている。ただ心配なのは。
ご安心ください。市民はすでに避難しました。この辺りにいる命はあなたたち3人だけです。他人を巻き込んではいけません。これもアグライア様の指示ですから。
そうか、それは失礼した。ではまた後で会おう、キャストリスさん。
さて、皆さん静かに消えてもらいます。
Oh, let's see. I want more polearm characters in this game. I think the only ones... Oh, can I not? I don't think I can access that menu. I know there's the knight dude who I don't have. We can honorably slide in Fei Xiao because she has the axe. Dan Heng has the spear in his normal version. Or in the freebie version. I'm wondering if they'll ever give him like a path change like they did for March for the 4-star version, because he has a 5-star version. I guess technically we could slot in Herda as an like this Herda for an honorable mention because she has a big hammer. Oh, that's right. I forget I need to build her out. Do we count her? Cause like yeah, she's got like the staff, but really she just throws like firecrackers at people. He's got a mop. Fuck it, bro. He pisses me off every time I see him. Unless they like rebalance him. Like I have him E6 and he's just useless. When I was pulling on that banner, the banner had him, Gallagher, and I forget who the other one was, and I just wanted Gallagher, and I just kept getting like multiple pulls of stupid little boy who was useless.
おぞましい方向。あれがタイタンなのか。
あの方向はかつて戦場を震わせ、あらゆるものをなぎ倒した。敵も味方も地面に叩き伏せられ。
I was so mad. I had to like roll an extra 10 pull after getting Fugue. I think it was Fugue's banner that had it. That to get Gallagher. Like just one copy of Gallagher.
恥ずべきことに、耳には心臓の高鳴る音だけが響いていたよ。恐怖。それが紛争のタイタンが人々に崇拝される理由だ。もし紛争のタイタンがもたらす恐怖に立ち向かい、前進できる勇敢な者がいたとしたら、今後どんな困難にも打ちひしがれることはないだろう。二人とも、これが引き返す最後のチャンスだ。
That's alright, we've died a couple times already, it's fine. Wouldn't be the first time. Probably won't be the last time.
それでも未知の世界に手を差し伸べるのは開拓者としての責務があるからだ。
開拓。面白い。君たちの世界では開拓もまた多くの人々に崇拝されるタイタンのような存在なのだろうね。二人の決意を試すのは無粋だったようだ。これから僕たちは紛争の化身と戦う。クレムノスの大いなる脅威にさらされて、君たちはかえって意志が固くなったみたいだね。ケファレがまだ沈黙していなかった時代、彼にかなう者はいなかった。だが今、オンパロスの人々を守るのは神からその責務を引き継いだ僕たちだ。さあ、共に英雄になる時が来た。
Allow me to ride on the wings of light. Or it'll just do a weird wobble wobble phase and then put me on the next spot. That works too, I guess, you know. Not me hoping to have another dinosaur to be able to Similar pattern. Not me hoping that we'd have a cool little like dinosaur to ride on, you know, another chunky boy to give us a lift. No, no. Not my hopes and dreams dashed into the floor.
この水膜の向こうが
誰かが泣きわめいてるのか。頭が痛い。割れそうだ。
耐えろ。自分の信仰や大切なものを思い出せ。
A lot of cutscenes in this one. Oh. As a sharp stick. Behold my bat. I'm gonna take your kneecaps. Kneecaps doth be taken. Oh. Jesus. Kinda sucks that I have like nothing for this. The only person who has like any sort of weakness damage to her is outside of Fei Xiao's ult is Lynx.
僕があいつの怒りの炎を防ぐ盾となる。
恐れずひるまず弱い。遅い。
たとえ神でも血は流れる。お前の火種を消してやる。タイタン。
Even gods can bleed. Oh, I forgot he has a sword. He has like a great sword.
とどめよ。これはニカドリーの本体ではなく、数多くある身体の一つ。火種はここにはない。
A sneaky small child. Remember Twitter going absolutely rabid for this one's design?
決して優雅とは言えない歓迎会でしたが、私たちの疑念は晴れました。これよりあなたたちは生徒の賓客であり、黄金栄の大切なお客様です。
確かに少しうつろだな。
この目が気になりますか？見えないわけではありません。むしろこの目で常人以上に多くのものを見ているのです。黄金の血が流れるものは常人とは異なるところがあります。私の場合は感覚。光を頼りに世界を測る必要がないのです。風は禁止をたどって私に情報を届ける。どんなこともこの指先に伝わるのです。あなたたちの美徳が温かな流れとなって私の肌を優しく撫でていったように。
Gracias, Bragua. Told you I'm so great. What do you mean? It was being literal. You shut your mouth.
僕の試練は先なのか。
あなたは運命の糸をたどり、女子誌の序章を記したところです。ここに至った今、どのようなお気持ちですか？
正直言っていまいちだった。もっと困難が伴うものだと思っていたよ。今トリアン先生が 逃げた兵士たちを追跡している。これも計画の一部なのか？
ええ、この襲撃はとっくに予知していました。このような絶好のチャンスを逃すわけにはいきません。ニカドリーが狂気に落ちてから、その城は霧の中に消え、その所在は誰にもわからなくなりました。しかし今回はいつもと違い、ニカドリー自らが奥平間に攻勢を仕掛けてきた状況。それならば生徒もニカドリーが身を隠している場所を見つけ出し、反撃の角笛を吹かねばならないというものです。
なるほど、そういう風につながっていたのか。状況が落ち着いたら二人にオンパロスの全てを教えると約束したんだ。だがオクヘイマは最悪を乗り越えたばかりで、まだ多くの市民が立ち直っていない。僕が彼らの力にならなくては。だからアグライア、君が代わりに全てを説明してくれないか？
ええ、もちろん。生徒のために力を尽くしてくれた方々にはおもてなしをするつもりです。何せ私が運命に織り込んだ予言にないものは他にもあるのですから。
二人とも物語に飽きたら雲石市場にいる僕のところに来るといい。今回のお詫びをしたいからね。
ではどこから話しましょうか。
アグライア、少し待ってほしい。騒ぎが収まった今、頼みたいことがある。この地に開拓のビーコンを設置させてくれないか。悪影響は及ぼさないと約束しよう。俺たちの旅の儀式か何かだと思ってほしい。
開拓ビーコン、構いません。お好きにどうぞ。
これでオンパロスにも海域アンカーを設置できた。開拓がまた大きく進んだな。アキビリのことを言っているのか？
No, no, I meant Aki. You know who I'm talking about. Don't change my words.
興味が湧きました。ですが、まずは主人としての礼を尽くさせてください。少し長くなるので、落ち着いて話を聞ける場所へ移りましょう。ここは雲石の天宮と呼ばれる奥平間のここにしましょうか。
I would say though, at least Star Rail having a collab with something that's, well, just period, like an actual collab, is good, a good sign. Because I think one of the things that like was kind of weird about Genshin was that they only, I think like to this day, they still have only ever had one collaboration inside of Genshin. And it was the random weird alloy that we got because of a thing they did with like PlayStation, which the character sucked. And even then, you didn't get the full like effect of the collaboration unless you were in you played Genshin on the PlayStation, because PlayStation players got a bow for free. It was a 4-star bow though. The bow was like okay. I think at the time it was like a pretty decent bow to get. Like it was like you wanted the bow more than you wanted the character, because the bow is actually usable. But then outside of that, like they just never did a collab like with anything. Meanwhile, Honkai Impact 3rd, right, had a collab with Genshin where they pulled over, what was it, like Faishal? Did they do another one? I know Faishal was I think it was the character that got given away. So a lot of people were expecting, we're like, oh snap, maybe we'll get, you know, a Honkai Impact 3rd characters in Genshin, and nope. Nope. Didn't get shit.
見柱の神が時間、空間、法を紡ぎ、万物誕生の礎を築いた。見柱の神は空、大地、海を支え、命が芽吹くための温床を作った。そして万象の座ケファレ、すべての命の父が世を渡り歩き、同胞の創造に驚き喜び、神々の感じる寂しさを嘆いた。ケファレは自分を模した泥人形を作り、神の黄金の血と命の息吹を与えた。
Yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird thing they did.
枝になった果実をもぎ取り、泥人形に理性を授け、思考することを教えた。高貴なるモネータは好奇心から泥人形に美を慈しむ瞳と愛を求める心を授け、自らの美に服従するように教えた。こうして最初の人類が誕生した。一瞬のうちに過ぎ去った黄金期に万物は成長し、文明が広まった。世には病も災いもない。石も摩耗しなければ人々の寿命も尽きることはなかった。しかし三つの災いが訪れた。
Yeah, I don't know. It was really weird.
紛争、
I feel like it was like,
映画の時代は梅雨の
I don't know, it feels like it's so standard for like just collabs nowadays that to not have one, even when you're gonna like pull the characters to put in like another one inside of your own like IP, it was really weird to not just do it.
その味わいは美酒よりも人々を陶酔させた。凡人は武器を構え、
I don't know. Weird champ. I'm pretty sure there was some sort of like delegation inside. I'm gonna go on a limb and assume they had their own reasoning for it. Drugs.
世界を打ち砕き、破滅へと向かう時代が始まった。
どうかしましたか？物語はまだ終わって
Only halfway through the story? Dog. Dog. Some of us are trying to live here. You mean he's only halfway through the story?
なるほど。確かに堅苦しい説明で覚えにくかったのかもしれません。わかりました。それでは他の形式に変えましょう。
Save your place. And you're just like, well, what if we just sat here and talked about it for 30 years? I think you can... Oh, never mind. Alright, bro. Being a broski. Thank you, thank you. I was like, you're gonna make us listen to the rest of the thing. Why do we have pom-pom? What is this menace?
三柱の運命のタイタンが世界のルールを決めて、三柱の支柱のタイタンが大地や海、空を作った。最後に三柱の創世のタイタンが私やあなたみたいな命を作ったんだ。
It's like the little baby didn't want to sit there and listen to the full explanation, so now we're gonna dumb it down for you.
怖い災いを引き起こした。タイタンたちが怒ってお互いのやり方を認めなかったから、その民もお互いを敵だと思って戦い始めちゃったんだよ。神聖戦争は長い間続いて、天上と地上にいるすべての生き物が不幸になっちゃった。そしてある日、とんでもないことが起こったの。それはまだ先。宇宙に先生の言葉を遮るのはダメだよ。ある日、オンパロスに神託が下ったの。それは本当に突然だったんだ。山荘の神託には、戦争を終わらせる方法はたった一つだけだって書いてあった。それは12柱のタイタンと戦えるくらい強い英雄たちをたくさん集めて、タイタンたちの火種をもう一度灯すこと。そうすれば神様たちの怒りも静まって、世界に平和が戻るんだよ。その英雄たちには名前があるんだ。どんな名前か覚えてる？そう、大声だよ。さあ、これでわかったかな？お腹いっぱい食べて、しっかり体を鍛えてね。そうすれば大きくなった時に英雄になって、オンパロスのために戦うことができるよ。
あら、今度はどうしたのですか？あなたは不思議な人です。
Please.
鋭さもある。苦境、あなたの疑問に哀れみが混じっているのを感じます。心の奥底。
Tomorrow, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the day stream for Friday made me dubious depending on how much stuff I have to move tomorrow. Cause it's like, what is it? I was still feeling the after effects today of having to move the frame for the other bed yesterday, which to be honest, like I did that early, like I did that before the day stream. And I felt perfectly fine all day, and then I woke up today and it was like my muscles were sore, but not like the sore of like, you know, if you move them you're like screaming in pain, but like the sore of just like you're like, oh wow, like they were not happy. Which also just means that workouts are inadequate and I need to figure out something. Well, I don't know actually, because like my biceps are sore, but like I do 40 bicep curls and then 20 to 30-second weighted holds in the same position that I used for the things. I don't know why they're... Maybe it's because of the way I was holding it. I was holding it a little different than I normally would do weighted holds. Well, probably the end, because I had to like move with it across the house. That's actually probably what did it. I don't do a lot of like dynamic motion with it.
私たちの同胞以外が足を踏み入れることは禁じられています。天外から来た賓客であるお二人のためなら規則を破っても構いません。ただ一度に二人をお連れするのはさすがに伝統に反してしまいます。
もしかしたら これが英雄の特権なのかもしれないな。お前が先に行け。俺はここで待っている。
優しくて礼に正しい仲間がいるのですね。さあどうぞこちらに。
I still can't get over that they literally gave her like it's funny because you like never use them outside of the alt, but like Feisha is literally dual wielding gun blades. Almost every other instances of gun blades being used I've seen, you've always used like one, even like the smaller, lighter looking ones, because hers aren't really all that small. They're not very thick, but they're like they still have some good length to them. You know, she has to be stonks, but like. In most regards, the gun blades are generally like, you wield one, and then they're like, what if we gave her two, and a big ass axe to fucking hit people with, and you see the axe like most of the time, because that's what you use when you're using her skill. It's so good. So good. I think that's part of the reason I get so, whatchamacallit, miffed when I see MiHoYo make weapon types that I don't care about, because they're so good at weapon designs that like, oh, I almost forgot about Jingyuan. Jingyuan has a polearm. It was the first one. He was the, yeah, he had the glaive. That was really good. What do you say, buddy? Warmer? She made me slide into the seat where a kid was in who pissed in it. Trust. Whatever you say, lady. I just want to be. Honestly, Feisha is peak. Well, to be fair, actually, Acheron's katana is actually really nice too. Who else has a weapon I like? The only sword isn't too bad, but I wish it was more sword shaped than not. Making Guts' Dragon Slayer sword look sharper than it is. I remember for so many years, all the medieval fantasy weapon YouTube channels were always talking about how like for Guts' Dragon Slayer sword from Berserk, so they were just like, yeah, you're more beating things to death than you are at cutting anything with that sword. And then like MiHoYo took that as like a personal challenge, and was just like, let's make a sword that's even blunter than that. It just made me nuts. That's funny. I like Herda's hammer, like mini Herda. The hammer design's actually not bad. What is it? Japard, I want to throw off a fucking cliff because, bro, there's nothing that annoyed me more than walking around Belobog and seeing all of the NPCs have these cool ass like pole arms and stuff like that, and Japard's weapon is his sister's fucking guitar case. Like, you're kidding me, bro.
先ほどバルネアのニューフェがオンパロスの歴史を語りましたね。しかしその中にある残酷な話までは明かしませんでした。かつてタイタンは世界を統治する神々でしたが、今やオンパロスを蝕む
I like Wilt's cane just because it's literally a black hole in a cane shape. It's actually kind of funny.
力が多くのタイタンを変え、
The very fact that his, you know, his cane is literally just a weapon of mass destruction, basically.
大地は
Though I'm kind of curious if Welt physically picks up the cane,
ただ
or if the cane is just modified so that he doesn't have to like worry about the mass of a black hole.
光を保つことができ、
Kind of curious about the logistics of that.
ここに集まる黄金栄は
Because it could also just mean that
希望です。
Welt might literally just be one of physically the strongest people in the game. If he's literally picking up a black hole every time he's walking around with a cane.
私たちが
That's a lot of mass.
火種を奪い、神の権力を人間にもたらすことを絶望しているのです。すべての火種が集まった時、創世の奇跡は再び権限し、砕けた世界は生まれ変わるでしょう。英雄たちが神々を殺し、12の火種を摘み取り、最早期の偉業を成し遂げる。これがオンパロスの火を追う旅。私たちはエスカトーンへ向かう日々に生きていながら、多くの民を山頂へと導かなければなりません。奥平間には力強く支えてくれる盟友がもっと必要なのです。もしかしたらあなたたちこそ黄金栄が待っていた援軍なのかもしれ
Yeah,
な
they
い。
have like really good weapon designs. They had like some decent ones in Genshin. The Star Rail team, I think, definitely upped their. There's definitely some good weapons for designs in Genshin. Went crazy, close to some of them, whatever. I don't think. I think people just had a, you know, they just have fingerprints on their monitors right where the MC's hand is. Like, it's me, it's me,
期待をかけすぎているのかもしれませんが、
that's me.
どうかあなたたちの力を
But
貸してください。
yeah, I don't know. Like some of the weapon designs in Genshin weren't bad, but they definitely upped them in Star Rail and in I'd say Zenless. Zenless's like weapons are like really nicely made.
天外の世界の存在を
But some are a little bit too simplistic.
してくれますか。奥平間に残された時間は少ないので、人々に偽りの希望を与えたくないのです。
But yeah, they knew what they were doing when they drew this scene. They knew who they were aiming at.
希望によって深く傷つけられましたから、約束してくれますか。ありがとうございます。あなたが約束を果たしてくれる限り、私も約束を守りましょう。この儀式
The contract has been made. Don't forget to pay your continuous fees of chicken nuggets for saving your world.
あなたに
Bro, could you imagine? You're like, yo, we need you to like save our world and open us up to the world beyond. And like the dude's like, sure, but you have to like provide me with like an unlimited amount of chicken nuggets and always provide it to me when I decide to have them. Or like just some sort of like food.
いるようです。彼の不安
It'd be like, hero, we need you to slay the dragon. 300 chicken nuggets right now or nothing.
と一緒に生徒
That'd be me.
終わることをお勧めします。人々が苦境の中でどのように生きているのかを知ることができるでしょう。それとほんの気持ちですが、後ほどあなたたちに贈り物をお渡しします。
Alright, we done here? Are we done splish splashing? No more taking a bath? Go down. The only thing I don't understand about her design is why she has like the skirt like part of her top. Or is it even? No, that's like the belt. But then she also has like the trench jacket. Like it seems like it's just a little much back. But it's okay for facial I overlook. questionable fashion choice on the back. Fine. Like, why add more flaps just to have an entire side deck? It's style. It's style. It's pizzazz. Pishways. Pishways. Padabs.
俺たちが民衆に青函旅行の話をすることだとは思わなかった。深淵にいた時のファイノンの反応と全く同じだな。この世界は少し奇妙だ。閉鎖的なヤリーロ6でもそこに住む人々は宇宙についての基本知識があり、さらには運命やアイオーンのことも知っていた。だがオンパロスの空はまるで牢獄のようだ。天外の話をすることすら禁忌とされている。これほど先進的な技術を持っているというのに。この世界を覆っている混沌とした物質のことは覚えているか？俺はオンパロスは人為的に外界と隔絶されたのではないかと疑っている。神話に登場したタイタンとやらはいずれかのアイオーンと関係があるかもしれないな。さて、
Get you a new spear for one.
周辺を見て回ろう。俺たちは生徒の防衛戦に参加した。人々の記憶が新しいうちに情報を聞き出した方がいい。ついでに記録用に何枚か写真を撮っておこう。
Choo, choo. You know, suffering through all the dialogue is a lot more palpable when I can just let it full auto and just think about everything else that happened. Wait, the event. Yeah, there's the other event that required me to be in the story. Have we got any? 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3. 2 out of 3. So just keep going. Yeah, so right now my plans for this game at least is get mydei, end up building him up later, and then whatchamacallit, probably save up, and then save up for either whatever the next character that catches my fancy is, which, looking at the characters so far that we know of, I have no interest in any of them besides mydei. And then either like another character that catches my fancy or just get Acheron on a rerun.
それよりもなぜ言葉が通じているかの方が謎だろう。ああ、そうだ。
それはよかった。ところでお前たちは相当な実力者で黄金エイと同じように超人的な力を持っているらしいな。そこで頼みがあるんだが、この石柱を直してもらえないか？最近は本当についてない。ニカドリーの手下どもに侵入されるわ。倒れた石柱に玄関先を塞がれるわ。もうやってられないよ。
復元？人の手では 2,3 日はかかるだろう。
もちろん人の手には頼らないよ。
トリビー様じゃないか。おお、ケファレよ。これで英雄2人の手を煩わせなくて済む。
なるほど。彼らは俺たちも親戚を召喚できると思ったんだな。
どうして祈りを唱えてるの？そういえば奥平間に着いたばかりの時も同じことをしてなかった？もしかしてあなたもウロニクスの祈り事を学ぶ素質があるのかな？
その素質があるのは そんなに珍しいのか。
そんなことないよ。司祭の中に素質がある人はたくさんいるけど、それを上手に使いこなせるかはまた別なの。よし、二人とも試してみよう。私たちが才能があるかどうか見極めてあげる。
Limitations and normal should stay for 3 seconds. So you can use it on something temporarily, and there's some things that have like critical things that
回でマスターしちゃうなんて
you can do it.
すごい。
奇跡、まさに奇跡だ。辺境より奥平間に来たりし英雄、偉業をなす。この物語を早く銀融詩人に聞かせよう。
俺の方はダメそうだな。
大丈夫だよ。よくあることだから。つまりあなたは戦士に向いてるってことだね。そういえばライアちゃん、アグライアちゃんと話したの？うまくいったんだね。よかった。真面目な話をするとね、あなたたちが奥平間に降り立つ来たのは偶然じゃないと思ってるの。すぐにオロニクスと共鳴できる人、私たち初めて見たもん。共鳴さえマスターすればオンパロスを自由に散策できるよ。あ、大体の場所にはね。そうだ。
I guess we won't really know what the Valentine units are for Grand Blue until the day of, right?
あなたたちが伝言の石板を持ってるかを確かめるためなの。石板がないと奥辺まですごく不便な思いをすることになっちゃう。
伝言の石板。
そう、それ天外じゃなくて、二人がいた都市国家にもヤヌザポリスの司祭がいるんだね。私たちに見せて。見た目は違うけど機能はほぼ同じ。共鳴を使えば、よいしょっと。
The records of the 10th are on the 19th. I just got the sweltering thing to start, which will be 6 days, so that'll end leading into that.
メッセージは届かなくなるの。
これは驚きだな。
私たちのことを何も知らない原始人だって思ってた。
Energy collab ends in like this.
持ってる通貨も自由に使えるよ。
We'll find out what Valentine characters we actually get. We'll find out if that buddy of yours got their hands on reliable info in like a day and a half. Or probably less than that because it's 29 hours, so that's like usual time, 3 in the morning. Of course I was the savior. I saved things. 3 nuggies for life. I don't know, if as long as there's no Valentine, like Frau Sarasa, I'm being chilling.
見ろ、屋上に誰かいる。あそこなら視界が開けていて。
My big question though is when are they gonna add
屋上に続く道を。
Grand Siegfried? Because the gaps between the Dragon Knights is actually pretty hefty from what I remember. Ooh. Oh. Spear. Wait, where'd the spear go? Oh, nice. Oh, that's kind of cool. All three characters and then Valentine Frau skin to go after your money. If it's a skin for Frau, they'll never get my money because Frau has the summer skin. I've never bought it. I've looked at it, been like, but no. I don't know if I'd ever spend actual money on a gacha game. To be fair, if I ever did, it would be on either a skin or a pick ticket, just because they're insane values in my opinion for what you get. But yeah, I was, to be fair, the biggest reason I would have bought the skin, right, for Frau was simply because it had an actual Ogi animation. Like, I still feel like, bruh, I don't know why they half-assed the Evoker's like regular Ogi animation so badly. Like, I don't know if it was due to time constraints for wanting to get it out in time. I don't know if it was just an actual thing where they thought that it was a good maneuver to tie them to the thing. But I just remember seeing like the Ogi animations being literally just the summon animation. I was like, what the hell? I was like, you gotta be kidding me. What the hell? Percy, Lancelot. Alphabetically, follow Percival. I'm thinking Percy was first. It was 2022 for Percy. Oh wait, no, Lance was first. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, their gaps were pretty big. Percy was end of the year 2021. That's because December 28th, 2021. Then, or Lancelot was 28th of December 2021. Percival came out on the end of September in 2022, and then we didn't get another one until Vayne, which was end of September, like literally exactly 2 years after. Like not even kind of like, oh, similar times. He literally came out on the same day that Grand Percy got released, 2 years later. So, maybe we'll get Siegfried like the 28th of December this year. Opium. What was the Primar gap? I guess we'll toss Sandalphon. It technically counts. Michael. Oh, I almost forgot Gabriel. I think their spread was a little less egregious. Yeah, because Michael was literally New Year's Eve on 2022. Uriel was New Year's Eve 2023. Gabriel was November 2023. Then Sandalphon we got on January last year, followed by Raph. Yeah, so the Primarch spread was a little tighter. It was still technically over like 2 years, but wasn't as big of a break as the Dragon Knights were. Which was kind of surprising considering that how popular the Dragon Knights are. Because honestly, with the release of like the Grand Dragon Knights, I thought they would come out faster. Because I think Dragon Knights is like, when it comes as a group, is probably, I think it's like, if not one of the most popular, the most popular like group characters. So kind of surprising that they took so long to come out with those, that we still don't even have all of them. Grand Arthur and Mordred before Grand Siegfried, I would fucking riot, honestly. Siegfried's my dog. I mean, to be fair, Siegfried has like 20 billion different versions though, so like I can't even really say anything because it's like there's Siegfried Earth, Siegfried Light, Siegfried Fire for standard characters. Then he has Yukata Summer. Like, dog. I'm pretty sure out of the Dragon Knights, like, he just has the most. Oh, Percy might be close, actually. We're not gonna count Percy as the SR version. Percy is close, technically, because Percy has, like, the original version, the light version for standard, then his grand version, and the summer version. So he's, like, one off. But Siegfried just has so many different versions of himself for just, like, no reason. He just exists. Honestly, at this point, I just want to rebalance for his Earth version. I'd be pretty content. That's the trivia. Siegfried Earth version is the only character I've ever spent money on obtaining. Where's the other thing? This is what I wanted to get. Siegfried was who I was, the pick ticket I bought. That's who I spent it on. Was Siegfried. Back when his uncap was still pretty new and really strong, and he was still considered like the premium attacker for Earth. Best 30 bucks ever. I didn't get the gold moon for his weapon for like a year. Nice. Curiosity doth bless the facial. Yo, y'all got cups that fly? Wait, that's not sad. Oh, so you can spin it too. Yo, I don't know if pottery that can fly is a good idea. Just saying. Yeah, the only downside is I don't own either of Siegfried's like summer seasonal versions. I still think it's kind of cool how I think Siegfried is like one of the few characters that their alternate version has like an actual different weapon. Right, like Summer Siegfried has a has a spear, harpoon, whatever you want to call it. It's halberd if we're honest. But like, because I mean, you could technically say Vera is the same way, but arguably you could also say it's not, because technically that's Vera if I'd drop kick that dude. It's technically like Chev Probably why we don't have a playable chef. I mean, that's what everybody says when they're just like, where's playable chef? And they point at Shavira. Fucking Grand Vera. They're like, she exists. It's like, she doesn't count. What do you mean? But yeah. I know Yukata Siegfried had some setups. I don't know if he still does. Oh, right, because he can give himself double attack, or double strike. Be like, here, you drop this. Yeah, I don't think I don't remember seeing anybody ever use his summer version. It spawned me back in, but it spawned me like close enough to like initiate the story, so I didn't even see what we got from the lady.
火種の重さを背負いたければ
努力するさ。でもハートゥヌス、僕にはできないと分かっているのに、なぜずっとその話をするんだい？
来たぞ、お前に客が。
いや、二人とも意外と早く戻ってきたんだね。アグライアはもう少し君たちを引き止めると思ってたんだけど。ほら、お詫びだ。生徒で一番評判がいい大交渉に槍を直してもらったんだよ。初めて会った時の失礼な振る舞い。
I thought you break the mighty toothpick of the mighty Denhang. Also, probably go for like another 30 minutes. I'm kind of just chilling. Like I say, I'll go to bed early, but I won't. That's a lie. Probably gonna play more Hero Siege after. Been kind of fun. Honestly, for something that cost me less than $1, it's been kind of fun. And I've kind of just been playing it by ear. Usually those types of games I'll like look up like a guide or something, but I kind of just been messing around on it. The only downside is that like 90% of the, well, not 90%, I'd say like over half the classes are locked behind paid DLC. And they're also on sale, but I just didn't feel like spending more than the 80 something cents.
Mydei. あれはケファレが長い眠りにつく前のうなりであり、天の父が自らの血を大地に撒いた後に黄金栄が生まれたという説だ。もちろん、すべて民間に伝わる伝説だけどね。とにかく、予言を筋が通らないただの迷信だと思わないでほしい。多くの人が代償を払って、やっと人々は Yeah,
this story is gonna take us a while to get through. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Well, I don't know if I'll do it like back to back. I might chip away at it over a weekend or something when I kind of just brain dead, don't feel like playing anything on a weekend or something. Because I want to finish the event that's like loosely associated with the story, which is like killing the stuff. Yeah, I figured.
幼い頃から戦い方を教え込まれてきた。そして 予言に選ばれた日から天罰の矛を旅の終点にしている。いつの日か僕はニカドリーの矛を折り、紛争の火種を摘み取るんだ。おっと、こんな重苦しい話ばかりしていたら興ざめだね。しかも話を始めたのは僕の方じゃないか。すまない。そうだ、トリビー先生から君たちも石板を使っているって聞いたよ。よければ連絡先を交換しないかい？それからこのお礼も一緒に受け取ってほしい。ちょうど天気もいいし、二人とも辺りを散策してみるといい。僕は邪魔しないように失礼するよ。また後で会おう。
Where's the memory? Find out at some point. Oh, oi, oi. Bro, I love the little emoticons. Oh my god, look at the jokes. They're so pretty. I love them. I love them. I want one as a pet. Mihoyo, please. Give unto me.
はい、ここの匂いが好きですから。甘い命の匂いが感じられます。
そういえばキャストリスも黄金栄なのか？
はい。
ああ、すまない。この話題が嫌ならこれ以上は何も聞かない。
感謝します、炭鉱さん。
Look at that
言葉は
face.
理解しているが、
No, like you know. Look at him. Look at him, please.
お腹が空いたようです。せっかくですから大地獣に餌をあげてみませんか？大地獣の餌はシンプルで、この近くで採れる乾燥した赤土です。
Look at him. Look at this majestic creature. Look at him. That's an absolute unit of a dino, bro. Once. Please. Please.
初めての餌やりなので小さな。
Please. How big of me? Oh, I'm crying. I love them. Would never ever torture my dear dinos.
撫でてもいいかもしれません。気に入ったみたいです。
Bestest dinos.
大地獣と相性がいいようですね。本当に羨ましいです。私ですか？いえ、私は大丈夫です。
何か懸念でもあるのか？俺たちはここに来たばかりだから、行動を通してみんなとの仲を深めたい。
誤解しないでください。オクヘイマを助けたことで、お二人はすでに行動を通して善意を示しています。ただ、私は接触があまり得意ではなくて、相手が人でもこの子たちでも。なので気にしないでください。
わかった。おい、大地獣の写真も撮ろう。こんな不思議な生物にはめったに遭遇できないからな。
この子と写真を撮りたいのですか？それならお役に立てるかもしれません。無理はしていません。写真撮影は私の趣味みたいなものですから。
それならお願いしてもいいだろうか？
はい。では映写ストーンを地面に置いていただけませんか？
彼女の言う通りにしよ
う。綺麗な色ですね。とてもかわいい。絞り、フィルム感度、それからプリセットのフィルター。見た目は違いますが、根本的な構造は一緒ですね。私でも扱えそうです。お二人ともあまり動かないでくださいね。これでよし。気に入ってくれるといいのですが。
ところで、白黒のフィルターを使ったのには理由があるのだろうか？
あ、ごめんなさい。個人的な好みでよく白黒の写真を撮るので、もし気になるのなら撮り直します。
いや、その必要はない。感謝する。
お役に立てて嬉しいです。では私は先に失礼しますね。お二人は引き続き大地獣と遊んであげてください。
Oh, I'd be here all day. Good thing I didn't do this during the day stream. We'd be messing around with the dinos all day. Just standing here in their presence.
性格ハンターが言いそうな言葉だな。それにしてもキャストリス、口数が少ないな。いや。
Also, what uses that saddle? Because that saddle does not go on our big boys. That saddle doesn't go on the bestest chunks over here. That saddle is way too small. That's for like a regular saddle, for like a horse. That's for like kind of small. You ain't putting that on the chunks though. The dino chunks. I think that this part, the messaging thing, is like the thing because you just sit there, you just have to wait. I have to wait. Oh, this is so beautiful.
たまには頬を緩めるのもいいわね。
おい。Oh,
こ
they're snoozing. Getting those Z's. Oh, I missed this. These breakable shields of it. Bro, they are blessed. Honestly, blessed. Mihail's too good at making adorable things that deserve to be plushies in this game. The Star Rail team, like, bro, give me a plush of that. A plush of that and a Ding Ting plush, dog. I would actually probably spend money. Oh, it's a spear. Spear. Hey, peaks. Also, I will say though, I don't know how much I'll get to play because unfortunately I think the little temporary league that they're doing is going to line up with well, I might have internet, like when we were dealing with like the internet stuff, it seems that probably be having it set up sooner than expected. But the new PoE league that they're doing, that they're gonna do, the short like 1 month one, looks pretty interesting. I kind of want to mess around with it. I wonder if they'll end up extending it. I know they plan on adding some of its content as a for private league option. But some of the new ascensions look pretty cool. Boink. The repair one. Touch. I guess holy candles give us more chests. Question mark. AKA mess with them for stuff. Got it. I still can't get over the fact that like mydei's introduction was him just throwing like corpses of his enemies at things. That's so fucking. I don't think I can break the ones that are on the ground. Oh, so you don't have to do it again for the other stuff?
おいお前、議論の場を知ってるか？
議論の場？どこのこと？
あれだよあれ、架空の名伝。今ものすごく話題だぞ。まだ入ったことがないのか？早く入った方がいい。じゃないと満員になる。
架空のメイデン、議論の場。なんだか妙だな。思い違いだといいが、とりあえず俺たちも見に行こう。二人ともすまない。盗み聞きをしていたわけではないのだが、先ほど話していた議論の場について教えてほしい。
ん？その身なりは一体。
俺たちは違法から来た戦士だ。この前は奥平間の防衛戦に参加していた。
おお、英雄たちか。これは失礼した。まさか二人がこの話題に興味があるとは思わなかったぞ。喜んで教えるよ。二人とも石板を出してくれないか？奥平間のディアディクティオの接続方法を教えよう。これでよし。二人とも見てくれ。
They got their own form of interwebs.
俺たちの
Goodness
写真
gracious.
撮影を手伝ってくれたダミアノス。おそらく彼だ。あいつは美月のカメラのアルバムを開いて、以前撮った写真を見たに違いない。問題はそこじゃない。グループには100人以上いる。今のところダミアノスを信じている人はいないようだが、この先彼が何をするかはわからない。一旦事態が制御不能になったら、結果は想像もつかないことになる。早く行くぞ。事態が悪化する前にダミアノスを見つけるんだ。
Shoo. I feel like one of these days we're gonna break something around here because it's gonna be like targetable, and then someone's gonna try to be like, "What are you doing? That's a priceless family heirloom." I'm gonna be like, "Swing, my bad." Like, swing. How was I supposed to know? Swing. You didn't put your name on it. We're gonna grab this chest, and then we're gonna follow that spear to grab that chest, and then we'll probably wrap up for the night off of that. Ooh. And ending on a good song. To be fair, they're all good songs.
あなたとそのお導きに感謝を。パパ。水風呂には入ってみた？
Hold on, check if there's any like loot around here. Yeah. And hide from my treasure sniffing sleepy pig. Alright. I don't even remember how much we had last time before we started doing this. Yeah, we'll probably get like up to like upwards of 20k because according to the thing, mydei probably is on the second phase, so that means we'll have all of the the first half of the next patch, and then whatever's after that, you know, then whatever freebies we get alongside the release of like with mydei, if they give any like free stuff like logins with tickets and stuff like that. I'll go say hi to the Akinator. But yeah, so I'll repost it tomorrow on the Discord, but there's no day stream for sure. There might not be a night stream. I don't know how much like heavy lifting I'm gonna have to do tomorrow for packing up the truck and all that. But thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it though. If it's definitely have a good day. If it's definitely help you as well. Stay safe, stay hydrated. I'll see you on the next one. Oh, bye bye.